Welcome back, Truth Seeker. April 25th, 2026, the White House Correspondents' Dinner known for jokes. And what a joke we have tonight. Another shooting hoax of Donald Trump. I'm going to show you what this has to do with the July 14th, 2022, the July 13th, under the 13 stripes, 2024 shooting hoax. That one was 115 days before the election, like today's the 115th day of the year. We're going to talk about where this factors in with Charlie Kirk. Again, Charlie Kirk had the Orem, Utah, I'd say, assassination hoax. Again, they carried his body away and not a drop of blood anywhere and supposedly buried in an unmarked grave. Hoax. But yeah, don't forget, it was on this day. Well, it was at this event in 2011. The White House Correspondents' Dinner where Obama invited Trump. And Obama told the joke about how Donald Trump would become the 45th president of the United States. You gotta go back and look it up. He did. And he showed the White House would be lit up like a casino. That was April 30th, 2011. That was the 45th birthday of the Church of Satan, 45 days before Trump's birthday. And of course, Trump runs on MAGA, the highest degree of the Church of Satan. And remember what Satanism's really about. It's about worshiping yourself. Satan is the father of lies. Trump's a self-worshiper who lies with no shame. And yeah, no doubt, this is just another total hoax. Check it out. July 13th, under the 13 stripes, one of the most obvious hoaxes in the history of hoaxes, 115 days before the election on 11/5. We know what happened. The supposed ear wound that had a perfect recovery, the oversized Van Gogh bandage, just everything about it was just a total joke. And don't forget, the first time Trump took office, after the 2016 election, he took office with the 115th Congress. He went on the Thank You tour in Gematria. Thank You equals 115. The 115th World Series, that's where the Nationals won. Trump hired Steve Ray, the Nationals announcer, for the inauguration in 2017. If you missed all that work, I mean, we patted our pockets big time. We had the Nationals to beat the Astros in Game 7 of the World Series before the Nationals even clinched a playoff spot. But anyway, 115. First of all, shout out to Gematria32. He's all on this. 11 minutes ago he posted. Come on, you guys. 115th day of the year. President Donald John Trump equals 115. Like Masonic, like killing, like assassin. And we'll verify all those. But don't forget, Orem, Utah, where the Kirk hoax happened that was perfectly synced with Trump. Orem, Utah. You see how, if you're new here, Gematria, it's very simple. It's based on the alphabetic order forwards and backwards numerology. Notice how Orem, Utah is 101 and 115. Look what happens when I write in assassin. Same thing. 101, 115, right? And again, DC is the Masonic city. Masonic 115. Killing 115. As Gematria 32 had there, President Donald. Whoops, spells right. I hate spelling on that phone because the buttons are so tiny. President Donald John Trump, 115. Again, all these ciphers are just based on the alphabetic order. Alphabetic order forwards, in reverse, both orders with numerology applied. But yeah, long history of this crap. And again, the White House Correspondents' Dinner is a place historically to tell jokes. Every day, the news media treats you like you're a joke. This is another shining example. I mean, imagine how much security is at this event, too. It's absurd, you guys. It's absurd. And what'll get funnier is if we get a headline later that it was an Iranian assassin. And remember, Trump said that it was Iran who hired the kids supposedly on July 13th that did the BlackRock advertisement. Same BlackRock that took over the Panama Canal 47 years after we gave it away, going with all these other 47 rituals, including this whole thing with Iran happening 47 years after the Iranian Revolution. And remember, Greenland turns 47 on May 1st. We'll see if that continues. Remember, countries usually raise money with tariffs for war. They wanted Greenland for war. The signs have been abound. But yeah, will we get some story that, man, this was an Iranian assassin? What a joke. Trump rushed off stage again. They didn't pause for a photo op this time, huh? But yeah, it's the same old stuff, you guys. We covered this every single time. Every single time. It was the first thing I pointed out the day of the July 13th hoax, that it was 115 days for the November 5th election, and assassin equals 115. Again, learn this little ABC 123 code. You'll see through all of it. Today is the 115th day of the year. Run the alphabetic order in reverse. Assassin 115. Today, I know that today's 50 days after, today's 50 days after Trump's birthday, 50 days before his June 14th birthday. And it's also the new leader of Iran. It's 229 days after his September 8th birthday, which is the 50th prime. I'm trying to think if there's anything beyond that besides just Donald in America. Another psyop for the nation. Donald 50. America 50. Can't wait for the update. But yeah, also shout out to Gematria32 for being on top of it. So we'll keep it short and sweet, Truth Seeker. All day, every day. News by the numbers. And everybody who doesn't talk about this is part of the problem. And I got to say, I'm pretty disappointed in my guy, Christian White. All these shills he's bringing on there, all these morons, all these guys that blame everything on Israel, guys that talk out of their ass, got no proof for anything. We got to do better with the guests over there, Christian White. Guy literally had a white supremacist moron who voted for Trump on the other day, and I thought, well, who needs to hear this? Ugh. Anyway, we'll leave it there for now, True Seeker, and until next time.